Breaks. Senator Cory Booker, Democrat from New Jersey, has taken over the U.S. Senate floor to hold an overnight talk-a-thon, something like a filibuster, to protest the Trump administration's actions. He started approximately 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening, Monday, March 31st, 2025. Senator Cory Booker said, "I rise tonight with the intention, quote, of disrupting the normal business of the United States Senate for as long as I am physically able," end quote. He said that, "I believe sincerely that our country is in crisis." Now, in an announcement on his social media earlier today, Senator Cory Booker said that he intended to, quote, "speak for as long as I'm physically able to lift the voices of Americans who are being harmed and not being heard in this moment of crisis." New York Times reported on this earlier today. Now, he brought with him a binder full of letters from his constituents, and he said that many of those constituents are Republicans. They're talking about their fear of Donald Trump's attack on Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. Now, Senator Cory Booker took to the Senate floor tonight with the intention of, quote, "disrupting the normal business of the United States Senate for as long as I am physically able." Now, according to his prepared remarks, Senator Cory Booker plans to keep going, quote, "by sharing just a few of the letters I have received from my constituents in recent weeks about what is at stake right now," end quote. This was reported by NBC News in their live updates, NBCnews.com. Now, Senator Cory Booker said Monday he is speaking, quote, "because I believe sincerely that our country is in crisis," end quote, and he invoked the legacy of the late Representative John Lewis, Democrat of Georgia, and he began his speech saying that he intends to get into some good trouble. And you know, my frat brother of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, the late John Lewis, talked about getting into good trouble. Now, Politico.com, in a piece called "Cory Booker Launches Marathon Senate Speech" from March 31st, 2025, says Senator Cory Booker is planning to hold the Senate floor for as long as he can in an effort to protest actions by President Donald Trump and congressional Republicans. Senator Cory Booker said on the Senate floor Monday evening that he is expected to speak through the night and as far into Tuesday as he can manage. Other Democratic senators are expected to join him on the Senate floor throughout his planned talk-a-thon. Now, this all is taking place during a period of time when the Republicans are trying to advance a bill to further Donald Trump's agenda. Now, Senator Booker's marathon session comes as Senate Republicans plan to move forward this week to take their next step in advancing Donald Trump's, quote, "big, beautiful bill," end quote, merging together an overhaul of the tax code with border, energy, and defense policies. This would be an extension of the Trump tax cuts, which are expected to expire in late 2025. We know the Trump tax cuts in 2017, 83% of the benefits went to the top 1%. And they want to, Trump and Republicans and Elon Musk, along with Doge, want to cut annual spending by $2 trillion so they can give a $4.5 trillion tax cut or so to the wealthy over the next 10 years. Now, it also comes as Democrats are under pressure from inside of Congress and outside of Congress to show that they are willing to fight and use the limited leverage that they have been given that Republicans control, because Republicans control both the House and the Senate, even though it's a very slim majority in the House of Representatives right now. It's only a 3-seat majority. And we know Donald Trump is in the White House. Now, depending on how long Senator Cory Booker is able to last, he could disrupt Senate business on Tuesday, though his speech technically is not a filibuster because the chamber, the Senate chamber, is currently in a limited period of debate time for Matthew Whitaker's nomination as ambassador to NATO, North American Treaty Organization, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Now, Senator Cory Booker previously held the floor for roughly 15 hours in 2016 when Senator Chris Murphy, Democrat of Connecticut, to discuss gun violence. Now, Senator Booker is expected to cite Wall Street Journal editorials, the Cato Institute, and Republican voices to address several issues, including rule of law, Trump's tariffs, corruption, and the GOP's forthcoming reconciliation bill. And once again, Senator Booker is focusing in on cuts to Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. Now, former Senator Strom Thurmond of South Carolina holds the Senate record for the longest solo speech at 24 hours and 18 minutes. It was an unsuccessful filibuster of the Civil Rights Act of 1957. And Strom Thurmond was a virulent racist. And incidentally, Strom Thurmond belonged to the Democratic Party, but then left the Democratic Party for the Republican Party. And Strom Thurmond ran as the presidential candidate for the Dixiecrats in the 1947-1948 presidential election. He lost that, and then after that, he's going to go over to the Republican Party. Now, like, comment, and share on this video. Tell me, what do you think of Senator Cory Booker's efforts? What do you think are some other methods and tactics that Democrats and independents can use to fight against the Trump agenda and Elon Musk and Doge? Follow me on Facebook and fan base at The African History Network. And follow me on YouTube and Instagram at Michael Imhotep, IMHOTEP. I'm a historian and national political commentator. Michael Imhotep, founder of the African History Network, host of the African History Network show. Watch me Fridays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when I appear as a panelist on Roland Martin Unfiltered, providing historical and political analysis. And be sure to visit my website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. Watch this video of Senator Cory Booker in action, and we have to continue the fight. Right now, it's correct wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. Talk to you next time. Check out this video. Peace.
Tonight, I rise with the intention of getting in some good trouble. I rise with the intention of disrupting the normal business of the United States Senate for as long as I am physically able. I rise tonight because I believe sincerely that our country is in crisis, and I believe that not in a partisan sense, because so many of the people that have been reaching out to my office in pain, in fear, having their lives upended, so many of them identify themselves as Republicans. Indeed, conversations from in this body to in this building to across my state and recently in a travel across the country, Republicans as well as Democrats are talking to me about what they feel is a sense of dread about a growing crisis, or what they point to about what is going wrong, that bedrock commitments in our country that both sides rely on, that people from all backgrounds rely on, those bedrock commitments are being broken. Unnecessary hardships are being borne by Americans of all backgrounds. And institutions which are special in America, which are precious, which are unique in our country, are being recklessly, and I would say even unconstitutionally affected, attacked, and even shattered. In just 71 days, the President of the United States has inflicted so much harm on Americans' safety, financial stability, the core foundations of our democracy, and even our aspirations as a people for, from our highest offices, a sense of common decency. These are not normal times in America. And they should not be treated as such.